Here at Superbooth with Polyend, tons of new goodies, right?
Oh yeah, we have quite a few ones.
Yeah, nice patches, nice kind of shifting, glitchy beats going on. Where would you like to start?
Maybe we'll start with the update of the Poly.
Yeah, great.
So I had somewhere, whatever. At that time of the show, it's probably stolen. No, it's here. I didn't mean to say that. Sorry, that was stupid. Okay. So that was the previous version of Poly, and it was meant to be played with, it's like a brother and sister with the step sequencer of ours. So we got 8 tracks here, gate, pitch, velocity, and modulation. And then we discovered that a lot of people are using it with different set of MIDI stuff, like keyboards, Ableton Live, Logic, and there is so many other interfaces, so you need to configure this stuff to your needs, and that's why we discovered that we need a little bit of screen and some of the configuration that it's very easily to dial in, save it, recall on the fly, and it's way much more configurable. You have still up to 8 outputs, but also each of the outputs can be configured to your taste, so it can be +5 or +10 volts, it can be volt per octave, it can be hertz per volt. It can be velocity and all this stuff, including clock and the divisions.
Yeah, but being able to save it, so if you want to use your laptop or you have a Poly, or it just makes sense that you can actually save these states and recall them. Because I'm sure we all use modular with different things if we're performing or recording or at a friend's place or a studio. So it's a really nice update.
Well, first of all, nobody likes to be doing it all the time, each time you've changed the setup, so you do it once. Save it as your profile and recall as you wish. That was the idea, yeah.
And have we still got the same amount of outputs on there as well?
Well, if you occupy four of the voices, which is pairs of gate and pitch, then you have 12 CVs up to your disposal. If you occupy more, then you have to deduct from the 12.
Okay.
So it's, and then we gave you the MIDI output. So you just hook it up to another Poly with stereo jack, and you have multiple instances of the voices if you need more.
Yes, if you have a really big system, you need lots of control. It's nicely expandable as well. That's hooked up, and there was a great patch playing. Can we hear a little bit?
Let me see. That was like last second patching. So I have here some of the sampling, some of typical. Percussive stuff. Let's see, let's try some randomness. We'll switch the pattern to some different one. Some people were messing around with it. It's always cool to have,
trade show random beats.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna make an album with it probably. I think this is enough.
Enough of those trade show beats.
Oh, yeah.
But we've also got preset, which is, I think, a really exciting thing to add into the Eurorack platform.
I'm really excited about it, and the idea came from me playing with the Eurorack system, and then I thought, what about if I had a few more hands to work with me? So I have only 2. I could probably mangle, 5, 6, or...
Yeah, if you really tried hard. Maybe.
Exactly. So I thought, hey, how about we automate it or let people just click a button and then recall, in this case, 9 outputs. So you have 9 outputs here and 9 encoders. Each encoder is like 1-to-1 to the output. So we are within one press of the button of 32 buttons. I'm recalling different sets of 9 values. So what values you need in Eurorack system? It's first of all constant voltage from 0 to 10 voltage. You can also automate it, so just hit this one. It waits for me for the action, so now I can automate up to 30 seconds of my voltage movement. And you see already that it's being saved and it recalls my movement and it loops it. And then you've got the cyan one. The cyan is the note. So it's not within the scale. When I go to the bank, we've got 32 banks within, so those are just quantized nodes. And then we've got gates, so if the encoder is green, it will say send 5 volts for as long as I'm pressing the pad to the system, so it opens the gate and then closes when I release. So yes, and then let's maybe hear it. So I hook it up to the 3 different, exactly the same sets of plats, which give me ability to control. With the top row, I'm controlling the models of each one of those. Then there is a cyan, meaning the voltage per octave. And then this one are just some random modulators. One more thing is that we can hook up some clock to the CV in, and if I change it to gate, you see the GT here, it says that I will intake gate. So whenever gate I'm sending to the preset, it will just change from one preset to another. So it's like a sequence of presets, and you have 32 of those. So we have 32 of banks times 32 presets, meaning 1024.
So you're really sequencing through a ton of information, really powerful hub. Well, for a whole Eurorack system.
That's exactly right. And if you would like to make it a little bit more glitchy, as you like, then change the mode to CV and send some randomness, or like in this case, I'm sending rise and fall to control. So this is now 0 volts and this is 10 volts. So I'm controlling my position of presets with the voltage.
So you could use one preset, it's getting a bit extravagant, you could use one preset to CV address another preset and go crazy.
Well, great idea.
Everybody needs 2.
I'm gonna do, oh yeah, well, at least 2. Well, and everybody needs at least 3 plats because they're amazing, very musical.
So when can we expect these to kind of hit the market? How far off is the update to the Poly and the preset?
The software is there. We've just gathered some cool ideas from the user base here in Superbooth, so we're gonna work on that a little bit more. But the most hard thing, as it's hardware, is the manufacturing. We started the production, so we need 2 more months. This summer should be out in good stores.
Okay. Rough price for preset?
$3.99 in euros and in dollars.
And same for Poly, rough price?
It's $3.49.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm really looking for, especially preset and Poly. I think they had a lot of integration and control over Eurorack.
One last funny small project of ours.
Of course.
This came out because our software guys were very occupied, so I asked with our electrical engineers and said, hey, how about we do a project that is not at all software engaging? So we discovered that if we hook up one of those battery packs that everyone has, which is 20,000 milliampere watts, we can drive system like that for about 8 hours, and you have 2 VCOs, 2 VCFs, 1 VCA, a little bit of mixer, not a little bit, a lot of mixing, stepper acid, which I love, ADSR. So this is typical like 303 type of situation. Yeah, and you can hook it up to one of those. Just grab this and go home. See ya.